Yeah. Um, I thought it was an incredibly well played game, important game, and extremely well played. Well pitched, well defended, and pretty powerful on the offensive side.
Nice job, Skip.
Hey, see you. As coach, I couldn't ask for more out of the team the last 2 days in response to the opening game where we lost a tough one. The way we responded the last 2 days has been impressive. I'm very pleased and proud of the way we've handled it the last 2 days.
You've always, throughout the season highlighted the grit in this team. How would you talk about the response? How would you describe this response the past 2 days?
Well, I think sometimes even in a loss, there can be momentum or victory inside the process. I thought the way we finished the Friday night game in the ninth inning, where we were highly competitive and responsive and pushed it to the last pitch, was a good sign. And then we picked that up day two. Played an awfully good game in day two on offense. And then, it's difficult when you compete against somebody for 3 days. If round one goes to one opponent, round two goes to the other, and if in round three you come out and get an early lead and a strong, aggressive push like we did, it's just a lot of back and forth. And to put three up in the first on an absolute, in my estimation, one of the longer homers I've ever seen here, big momentum, especially after the first two guys got out, and then to score seven, I think was probably a big hole for the opponent to try to climb out of. And I thought we were just very strong in our field presence. I think we sent a good message about how we were wired today to compete. We just competed excellent.
5 of your guys had multi-hit games today. I mean, as a coach, what's it like to have that much continuity on your offense as a collective?
Yeah. Well, it sure does. It sure does add up. I mean, the two out hitting with Atkinson, Wolford, Mendham using the opposite side of the field. Nolan's starting to find his swing. Marcus had a nice day. The table setters up at the top, and Zach and Rock, they're fire starters. They make things happen in big ways, whether it's getting rallies started or closing rallies out. And to do all that with Carson going over three, who's been an absolute force, that just tells you that it's a good lineup with good depth and guys in different spots that can hurt you. But I think there's just some presence in there. They're tough to pitch to. There's size. There's right-handed, left-handed hitters. So you have the different righties and lefties that the pitcher has to deal with. And our lefties are particularly challenging at times. I think when you have to face Rock, Carson, Nolan, and Dave before you get to Marcus for a pitcher, unless you have a specialty pitch to neutralize lefties, that's a lot of tough pitches. And then kind of in between that, righties that can be very difficult to pitch to as well. So those guys complement each other and feed off each other. That's a good lineup.
Are we starting to see how good Carson can be on the mound?
Yep, I think so. Yep, that's a good observation. Very good observation on your part. I tried to tell you guys at the beginning, it just takes a little time. Tommy John's a tough surgery to rebound from, and it's even tougher, even though you're healthy and back, to regain and find all of those small muscle memory pieces and chips of your pitching. He's a highly skilled individual. And you're starting to see more and more of that emerge. He's really gifted.
And Nolan started the day in right field today.
Yep.
I mean, is he close to full go, do you think? Is he getting there?
Yeah, I talk to Nolan every day. We're trying to be very mindful of how we bring him back into the fold. Obviously, as a coach, you want to just fire him in there, but you're also hoping to protect him and use him in the most efficient way possible for this team, for him, his future, his health, our team, and strategically in a way that best positions us to win the games. Yesterday I had him on call to come out of the pen middle innings, and when we got the big lead, we didn't have to go to him. So today, with Isaac bouncing back, we had him on call to come out of the pen late innings. So he was bullpen ready late innings today, which gave him a chance to start in right field. So those are all good things.
How much fun is this time of the year when you guys have put yourselves in the position that you're in going into the last weekend?
Well, it's always fun to play games that are meaningful. It's always something we take tremendous pride in, is how we put this uniform on and represent this program, and people that love it, and we want to play great. We want to try to be the best. That's what the goal is from day one. The key, though, is to establish a way in which you go about your business from day one that allows you to be comfortable playing this time of year and not play with a certain mindset or perspective early and then all of a sudden feel like you have to change that, right? I think that's the key. The key is to try to be excellent at everything you do at all times. And if you're in that mode and that mindset, Hopefully you've built yourself up to be your best when it matters.
Will that be difficult next week? Not only is it potential Big 12 title on the line, but you're playing OU. Is it more tough given all the circumstances going into next
Well,
weekend?
we played OU once already, and we've played them a lot over the years. So I think, we play those games, those non-conference games, and then we play each other many times, 4, 5, 6 times a year. So I don't think to just put a huge emphasis on just that game, like maybe sometimes if you only play each other once or twice. I think because it's a series and because we do play frequently, our kids enjoy the competition, they recognize it, but we're not, trying to hype that up. They're important baseball games. They should be played well. They should be played with concentration and focus, and that's really all you should ever put on a game, So yeah, we'll keep a good mindset heading into it.
Anything else?
No, in the past, whenever I've talked to you, you've given some good Mother's Day memories. And it's Mother's Day today. Do you have any, as a player or coach, that you can look back on?
Yeah, I probably don't want to dive into that. That's emotional. So.
I got you.